time ago, I left my home for a job in the fruit trees. But I miss those hills and the windy pines. Their songs seem to suit me. So I sent my wages to my home. I said we'd soon be together for the next good crop would pay my way and I'd come home forever. One more dime to show for my day. One more dollar and I'm on my way. When I reach those hills, boys, I'll never roam. One more dollar and I'm going home. No work, said the boss. The bunkhouse door, there's a freeze on the branches. So when the dice came out at the bar downtown, I just rolled and I took my chances. One more dime to show for my day. One more dollar and I'm on my way. When I reach those hills, boys, I'll never roam. One more dollar and I'm going home. A long time ago, I left my home, just a boy passing 20. Could you spare a coin and a Christian prayer? My luck has turned against me. One more dime to show for my day. One more dollar and I'm on my way. When I reach those hills, boys, I'll never roam. One more dollar and I'm going home. One more dollar, boys, I'm going home.
When I was a child, I lived in the times where the unicorns wandered and the fairy rings glowed. The world wasn't scary, the games were all fun, and it wasn't till later I learned how to run. I've lived in the city, I've lived in the country, I've lived in the woods, and I've lived on the sea. Something I found all my years moving around. Wherever I'm living, there'll always be me. When I got a bit older, the world got much colder. I started to think that to move on was good. Well, I ran and I flew and I tripped and I slid. I found that to move was just something I did. I lived in the city, I lived in the country, I lived in the woods, and I lived on the sea. Something I found all my years moving round. Wherever I'm living, there'll always be me. Now that I'm older, I sit on my porch in my rocker right down in the woods by the sea. Well, it's right in the country, not far from the city, but it's home and it's here and it's just right for me. I lived in in the city, I've lived in the country, I've lived in the woods, and I've lived on the sea. Something I've found all my years moving around. Wherever I'm living, there'll always be me.
About 30 miles west of Payson lies a place called Bloody Basin. Pine Mountain to the Hutch, a wilderness I love so much. Wild and free, place I like to be. That's where I'm gonna, it's the heart of Arizona. Deer, fox, and rabbits all around, lizards and rattlers on the ground. When you look up in the sky, an eagle flying, a raven and a red-tailed cry, and that's the reason why I love Bloody Basin, and I will till I die. Mesquite and cactus all in bloom, one can smell their sweet perfume. Down in the Manzanita, a javelina, who can hear quail and coyotes calling, on the ridge see bear rambling, or hear the sound of a lion screaming. You think you must be dreaming. The ancient Indians loved this place, tried to protect it from the white race. On Skeleton Ridge they died a-fightin', and it doesn't seem quite fair. They lost their lives 'cause they wouldn't share their beloved Indian nation way down in Bloody Basin. About 30 miles west of Payson lies a place called Bloody Basin. Pine Mountain to the Hutch, a wilderness I love so much. Wild and free, place I like to be. That's where I'm gonna, it's the heart of Arizona. As a young man on his own, Bloody Basin was his home. His horse and he would roam all alone, herding wild cattle from light to night. Brandon dehorning was his plight, and the stars shining bright made everything seem right. Along the top of Long Mesa, the roundup is going. Wild cattle are a ball and cowboys yelling. Even though those days were tough, he'll never have enough just to feel his heart a-racing way down Bloody Basin. When his riding days are o'er and he can't ramble anymore, he wants the Lord to set him free in the place he wants to be. Take his boots, his hat, his saddle, take his horse and the wild cattle, spread his ashes from the mason in the place called Bloody Basin. About 30 miles west of Payson lies a place called Bloody Basin. Pine Mountain to the Hutch, a wilderness I love so much. Wild and free, the place I like to be. That's where I'm gonna, it's the heart of Arizona. That's where I'm gonna, it's the heart of Arizona.
Go find. Get him! Find him! Woo! 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 Get him! Find him! I lost the scent. Leela, find him. Hoagie, go to work. Woo, there they go.
Get him! Find him! Woo, woo. Get him! Tell him!
Found him.
Tonight. See how the moon's shining in the dark blue sky. Sometimes won't be here for hours. It's party time tonight. The moon shines bright and the moon is bright and it's you and me and the cares are fast asleep. So let's dance real close, baby, and hold me tight. Whisper in my ear, baby, it's party time tonight.
I've got the evidence that you were here. All of those things that you left behind when you disappear. I got your toothbrush, your pillow, and your fancy underwear. None of these things make sense if I can't prove the existence of your Sasquatch heart. Well, you come around when you feel like coming round. You bring me passion so hot. When you leave, it's hard to cool down, 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 down. So I'm gathering all the clues I can find, and I'm on the chase to find the hiding place of your Sasquatch heart. Yeah, your Sasquatch heart. People say I'm so young and naive, but I don't care what they say when it comes to you, baby. I believe, I believe. I know you've got your reasons to hide. You've been hurt before, but baby, I'm not that guy. No, I won't let you down. I'll make you cry. And I'm gonna tell the world that I'm in love with a beautiful girl with a Sasquatch heart. Yeah, Sasquatch heart. A Sasquatch heart. Yeah, Sasquatch heart.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, in other words, in other words, I love you.
It's a beautiful day. Oh, what a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. I always like the feeling when I smile inside. Well, the day is always beautiful. Sometimes I forget what alone life's right. But then I remember again, and a wonderful feeling feeds my soul. I realize I'm thankful and happy as the love in my heart starts to pull. It's a beautiful day. Oh, what a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful day. Well, it's nice as the love starts to fill. Oh, the day is even more beautiful than I thought. So I relax and chill, for I'm glad in this moment I am caught. It's a beautiful day. Oh, what a beautiful day. Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. I always like the feeling when I smile inside.
I've traveled over this country wide, seeking fortune fair. Up and down the two coastlines, I've traveled everywhere. Portland East to Portland West and back along the line. I'm headed now to the place that's best, that old hometown of mine. 8 more miles and Louisville will come into my view. 8 more miles on this old road, I'll never more be blue. I knew someday that I'd come back, I knew it from the start. 8 more miles to Louisville, the hometown of my heart. There's bound to be a gal somewhere that you like best of all. Mine lives down in Louisville, she's long and she's tall. She's the kind that you can't find traveling through the land. I'm on my way this very day to win her heart and hand. 8 more miles and Louisville will come into my view. 8 more miles on this old road, I'll never more be blue. I knew someday that I'd come back, I knew it from the start. 8 more miles to Louisville, the hometown of my heart. Now I can picture in my mind a place we'll call our home. A humble little hut for two who'll never want to roam. The place that's right for that love site in those bluegrass hills, where gently flows the Ohio by a place called Louisville. 8 more miles and Louisville will come into my view. 8 more miles on this old road, and I'll never more be blue. I knew someday that I'd come back, I knew it from the start. 8 more miles to Louisville, the hometown of my heart.
It's dark before morning, the stars are fading, watching the sun break the night. So deathly quiet, there's beauty awaiting, away, away, mist away. The mist on the water surrounding the rocks, on the shoreline out into the bay. The waves gently lapping on sleeping boats waiting, away, away, nights away, 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 nights away. Captain sits dreaming of an evening red sky, a proverb of sailors in the sea. Feeling inside said that he'll be believing, away, 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 red sky away. My love's on the dock side with tears streaming eyes, hoping for a glimpse over the bay. Her lover is standing on deck in the morning, away, away, love away, 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 love away, 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 love away. Oh, the sun it is shining, the night it is still. Oh, the wind it is rising, the sails they're filled. With the mountains behind us, we are sailing away. I'll be back with the order to hold you, I say. Away, 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 love away, 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 love away. It's dark before morning, the stars are shining, watching the sun break the night.
All aboard? We're going pretty good now. We're going over to Prescott Valley right now. It's that stop. Oh, look over there. There's some guy playing harmonica. He's trying to pick up a couple quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're leaving the station again. Hey, give that guy a couple quarters, Jennifer, will you? Going around the mountain. Going up Mingus Mountain, all of a sudden we stalled out. Mr. Harmonica, what's the problem here? Why aren't you chugging? You want your mommy? What you want your mommy for? You love your mommy. Well, you love your daddy too? Well, then you better start chugging, because we got to make it over to Cottonwood. We got to get Jennifer back home, okay? We're going now. Next step, Cottonwood. We made it. What do you think of that? Was that corny or what? You want a corny, you got corny.
Hell, you done me, and I felt it.
broken arrow with nothing but a smile and a rainbow hanging from her radio dial. Saw a wheel inside of a wheel, and she put that pedal down. Watched the fire in her rearview mirror burning out. Riding shotgun is a shotgun and a big box of shells. If they come for her again, she's gonna blow them back to hell like a stone chilling, a zombie killing girl. Where she rolls down the window and rolls a cigarette, scrapes the dried blood off a past she can't forget. Well, it started back some years ago when she was just 15, and her brother, he started acting kinda strange and mean. Well, it's hard to pull the trigger on someone that you know, but when those walls close in, well, you know, someone's got to go. Then your brain drilling, stone cold chilling, blood, guts, and spinal fluid spilling, zombie killing girl. It was her sister. She made a mom fondue. Then her dad came home for dinner and brought the neighbors too. Then it just spread like wildfire, infected the whole town. Everyone started mumbling and stumbling around. Well, she had a man that she loved, but those bastards got him too. So she had to kill them all. What else a good girl to do when your brain drilling, stone cold chilling, blood, guts, and spinal fluid spilling, zombie killing girl. Sharp blow to the brainstem, a dealing, zombie killing girl. Now she's got dreams in her heart and a nightmare running those blues away. She's got brains in her head, yeah, and that's right where they're gonna stay. Now she's a brain drilling, stone cold chilling, blood and guts and spinal fluid spilling, a point blank romancing girl. She's my freewheeling, the blood on the ceiling, sharp blow to the brainstem, a dealing, zombie killing girl.
keep your New York joys. I'm going to Illinois just as fast as I can. You New York women think you make a fool of any man. Play all kinds of games, you will cheat if you can. Use love like a tool, make a man a fool. What a beautiful motto. Got my money, that's it. How can you mind if I split? Going back where a woman really knows the way to treat a man. People are friendly without no hidden plan. It's the best in the Midwest. Real down city full of good folks who come from home. And when I get big, I'll never roam far from my little shy town. Goodbye, farewell. I might see you later, 'cause I am going to Chicago. Sorry, but I can't take you. Yeah, right. Going to Chicago. Sorry, but I can't take you. There ain't nothing in Chicago for a monkey woman like you to do. Go, Brian. Sunshine, see what tomorrow brings. Hurry down now, sunshine, see what tomorrow brings. Well, it may bring sunshine, and then again it may bring rain. Yeah. And I am going to Chicago. Sorry, but I can't take you. Going to Chicago. Sorry, but I can't take you. There ain't nothing in Chicago for a monkey woman like you to do.
first sight. Tell you, my friends, that it's true. 'Cause if you open your heart just right, true love will come to you. 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 I used to believe true love was rare and only meant for a few. But now I find true love everywhere. I want all my love to be true. Oh, love, true love, true love, true love. True love, true love. Now we need to learn to love everyone and everything that we do. And if you love completely, then ever so sweetly, true love will come to you. True love.